In Deepwoken, bells or resonance is a crucial part of any build, no matter the type. That being said though, the system as a whole is being neglected for the most part. Some of you might say this statement doesn't make sense as Skeleton Key was added somewhat recently, and the sheer amount of resonances in the game more than makes up for it. However, you have to understand that Skeleton Key is just a reskinned dev spec, and while yes, the amount of resonances are quite decent, that isn't what I'm talking about. Let's first start with Skeleton Key. Being the first newly added resonance in nearly 6 months, you would expect to find something a little bit more interesting. I'm not saying that Skeleton Key is bad or anything, but getting a glorified wall after 6 months of waiting is definitely a buzzkiller. That was just Skeleton Key alone. If you think 6 months is a long time, just wait until you see the difference in the release of Gravity Field in the next batch of bells. No, you aren't looking at it wrong. It took an entire year for more resonances to be added. I know they added 3 new ones in the same patch, but you can't look at this and tell me that it makes sense. Up until this point, we were only talking about common resonances. The legendary ones have it even worse. Before I say anything, let's look at what both of the legendary bells offer. Your only option is to either go between places fast, which could be quite useful if you have to leave for frequent travel, such as through a questline, or straight up nether travel. Pick any of these and you'll probably never need to touch a boat again. It is nothing short of a joke that since the release of the game, we haven't gotten a single new legendary bell. Of the 2 that we do have, they provide close to 0 combat benefit besides running away. I feel like it would have made more sense to have one of them be the support type, namely dimensional travel since it has more versatility, and one of them be a combat type, rather than both of them serving basically the same purpose, just using different methods. One reason why the devs might not be too keen on adding combat type legendary bells is most likely because of the power dynamics that it could bring. The current combat bells in the game are on about the same level. Adding something that can very well be completely better than anything else might not be the best decision. However, being legendary doesn't necessarily mean that it has to deal more damage or be insanely broken. Instead, the devs could create something that would allow for a unique experience. Jus Karita's golem summoning is a very good example of this. By summoning the golem, you could not only have them help you, but you could also use them as a stepping stone to the location that you wouldn't be able to reach otherwise. There has already been a very similar instance with the talent, You'll Need to Get Past Me, which summons a humanoid mob to protect you when you get damaged. While the mob itself isn't anything powerful, it is certainly very unique and something that just hasn't been done before. What I'm getting at is that this whole system needs an overhaul, especially the legendary resonances. If you got any thoughts on my take, leave a comment down below and you should check it out. That's it for now though. Goodbye.
Wake up, get up there.